Hello, my loves. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Joey. I am being just pushed by spirit to kind of get this message out. I was sitting there and I just felt this tinge of loneliness and sadness, and I knew it was not mine. And so spirit was directing me to kind of get this message out, and I can't even make this up as I look down the card here. This is just my little space. Deep emotions. That was not even intentional. That was just there. So yeah, very much confirmation of like what I've been feeling. And spirit is just wanting to really, I feel like, send you this level of strength right now, because I feel like you are genuinely embarking on the start of something new. And spirit, there is like this real, I just feel this team around you. I mean, they're just, it's like a giant half circle around you. And there are so many angels and ancestors and animal spirits that I see with us. And they are just trying to hold space, hold strength. And it's like, I'm seeing this imagery of like everyone putting their hands on each other's shoulders and pouring this energy into you, into this present moment. And they are realizing, I just feel this level of acknowledgement from spirit that, I'm getting chills, that you are in a more challenging space energetically and spiritually than you have been in the past. And they are really wanting to just kind of hold space and let you know that just because this is a new chapter, this is a new challenge, this is a new shift, and it feels extra difficult right now, they're just sending me to remind you that you've done this before. Like you have experienced this level of challenge before. It's just been a minute, that is what I'm feeling. Like there's this level of, this is the cycles that we go in. Whenever we level up, we level up because there are new challenges, there are new things to rise to, there are new occasions, new levels of attunement is what I'm hearing. Like we are being attuned to a higher vibration, a higher, yeah. And so I genuinely, yeah, you can't even make this up. Miracles and abundance on the flip side. And it's like, yeah, I genuinely feel like this is like the fuel for our miracles. This is the fuel for our abundance. Ace of Pentacles, you can't even. Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Cups literally sitting here. So it's just all confirmation. Like there are good things coming in. And one of the channeled messages that I was seeing was like a monarch butterfly, like in this cocoon. And allowing yourself the energetic space and allowing yourself the spiritual space, and I will just share what it meant for me. Is like I was gonna go on a trip with some friends, and I had 3 different people ask me separately, all in 24 hours, if I wanted to go on a trip with them. And I said, yeah, absolutely. Me and my brain, I'm like, that sounds amazing, like I would love that, that sounds fun. And then my guides are like, no, baby. And I was like, really? He was like a kid being told no at Disney World. And they're like, no, you just gotta trust us. And they kept showing me this image of a butterfly in a cocoon. And I think that many of us, if you're aligned with this message, especially still, you're aligned with this collective, which I am identifying with. But it is very much this newly birth that is being vigilantly guarded by spirit. Yeah, and so I just genuinely feel like if anything that you are being denied from is genuinely for your own good right now. And the more that you accept that, and the more you lean into that, the more spirit is going to reward you, and the more it's going to benefit you. And they're showing me this image of a Chinese finger trap in my mind. And it's like trying to just yank yourself out of it or trying to expedite the process is just going to slow you down. And so there is this energy of like leaning into where you're at right now. Ooh, and it's giving me a headache. So I feel like someone really doesn't want to hear that. Like someone is like, you might even be getting angry at hearing that. Because I know there have been a couple times while I've been navigating this cycle, and when I had to hear that, it was a lot for me to process, because I was like, I don't know how I can surrender more, And I think that there's so many people that want to just talk about like the positive aspects, but I guess this message too is also just acknowledging that some periods of this can feel like they really suck, and I just want to let you know that I'm here for you, and it's gonna get better. It is gonna get better. And if you need to take a day and fucking scream it out, like literally let it out, and do that. But just know, set yourself like a time period of like, okay, I'm gonna express myself, and I'm gonna allow myself to be a human, and I'm gonna allow myself to feel this. Because I genuinely believe that when we get into the toxic positivity of, I have to always be in this vibration, or I have to always do this, it really kind of is repressing a certain part of us. And I feel like it is really important that we find some sort of an outlet, as long as it's healthy, and it's not hurting or harming other people's free will or their emotional being. I think that, there's nothing wrong with going and having like a good scream out and just really hashing it out with your guides, because sometimes we have to have that moment where we bear it all so we can actually be raw enough to hear the lesson in it. Because when we are repressing how we're feeling, we're repressing our own lesson, it's like, and it's a form of shame, like you're ashamed of your anger, you're ashamed of this, and you don't want to feel that. And it's like, but that is trying to teach you something. And so, yeah, when I tell you this though, there is a harvest. There is a harvest and a gathering of blessings. I'm seeing just this cornucopia in my mind's eye, but Spirit says you are not forgotten. You are not forgotten. And yeah, I can just feel major frustration from this collective. Give me 1 minute. Oh, there's definitely distractions and annoyances, because someone who drives me nuts but means well just showed up, and I just take that as major confirmation that this is a good time for you to really reinforce your boundaries. Do not be afraid to say, no, we're not having guests today. Don't be afraid to do anything like that. Like, if you need your space, take it. Oh my gosh, yeah, because this is a time for you to really be digging deep. I mean, this is a time to really reconnect with our roots, period. The truth coming out, yeah. And it's like, this is a message that keeps coming out. The Three of Pentacles reversed with the Four of Swords. And so I genuinely feel like Spirit is forcing us. This is a collective thing. If you're aligned with this, you're definitely still, if you're still here, you're definitely feeling this message. But we are being forced to sit the fuck down and go inward, okay? And the whole point of this is to remove obstacles that we have placed in our own way. The universe is never trying to say no, baby. The universe is trying to get us to be fearless enough to face our emotions, to face how we feel, and to really go in so we can remove the obstacles, because nobody can heal us but us. People will help and facilitate our healing, but at the end of the day, it is us that heals us. We are our own best healers. Yeah. And so, yeah, the sooner we allow ourselves to shift from the victim mindset and into the childlike wonder and the innocence and trusting the benevolence of the universe, that is when we step back into the dance of life. That is when we step back into the synchronicity. Yeah. So I think that this is a really, really good time to balance how much you are giving and how much you are receiving, and just be very mindful of that. And they're saying literally, like, treat yourself, like how you would treat a baby, like literally watch over yourself and really genuinely anchor into your new energy. And don't be afraid to set boundaries. I mean, we've been saying that forever, but it's like, I think we were in a previous stage where it was recognizing and identifying boundaries that needed to be set, and now it's going into implementing them and not folding on those boundaries when it's uncomfortable, and more reprogramming and reclaiming our power and our thoughts to be more cognizant with our intuitive abilities, and to not feel shame or to feel guilt or doubt when all of these emotions and these feelings are arising and telling us, like, okay, I'm getting a funny feeling about this person, or I get really jealous energy. Maybe I shouldn't tell this friend about this project that I'm working on, or and you don't have to feel bad about that. And just allowing yourself the grace to protect the good things for you, because you deserve the best. And the sooner that you believe that you deserve the best, and the sooner that you really allow yourself to reclaim your power, the sooner you're gonna get out of this cycle. And that's really what it is. And it's like they're showing me the finger trap again, and it's like the only way out is through. The only way out is through. Yeah, it could be a really good time. Maybe start like gardening or something, working with plants. I don't know. They're just keep directing me over to my jade plant here, my jade plant. And it's like, I know they represent abundance, but it's like, what else? Maybe you have a real succulent surprise coming in. Yeah, I do. I feel like you can't. I just cut the deck, and they're saying, baby, you're seeing it correctly. Like, it's identifying the victim mindset, because we all slip into it. Okay, this is not an attack. This is not a holier than thou message about like, oh, stop feeling sorry for yourself, because I am a human. I still get into that energy. We all do. But it's a matter of being able to kind of pull yourself out, and rebirth yourself. It's realizing that these shadows are meant to show you and to feel, to really bring you back to the light. So back to our hearts. Yeah. Oh, they want me to stop there, but I've got some really lovely peach and mint oil that a dear friend of mine bought for me, and I'm just going to give myself a little sigil of a star tetrahedron. And if you're ready and willing to accept this, I'm just going to send this energy to you now. Just for your visualization purposes, this is a 3D space. It is 2 intersecting pyramids, the feminine going over the shoulders and pointing down about 1 meter below your feet, and the top is just above your shoulders. And then for the male energy, it is going to be covering, or the masculine, it is going to go just about 1 meter over your head and then just under your feet. And so these are going to be spinning in opposite directions, because they're opposite energies. So, and you can use this. It's called the Merkaba or the Merkaba. People have different pronunciations, but it's a vehicle to really get in touch with our energy and our light body, but it's also a vehicle to astrally travel via dimensions, time and space. It's taught about in the Egyptians. So yeah, I'm gonna stop there, but I love you, and keep smiling, keep shining, and enjoy your Saturday or whatever day you find this on. I love you.